You are listening to the Legends Lingo podcast, brought to you by CouchGuySports.com. With your host, Al.
Buddy, you were targeted 6 times, you caught 2 receptions, and did nothing else.
Powder.
Yes, sir.
And Fiesta.
He hasn't done jack. They've won one cup and they made a lot of playoff appearances. But he is a snake, oily snake. He's a crook.
Enjoy the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Legends Lingo podcast, episode 98, presented by Couch Guy Sports. As always, go check out everything on CouchGuySports.com. Go check out all the blogs. Go check out all the podcasts. Go check out the Twitch channel. Go check out the YouTube channel. We have it all. Like, I've said it so many times, but I've said it. I'm going to say it again. We have it all, baby. We have it all. So go. If you're not jumping with us now, we don't want you when we hit it big. So trust me on that. I'm your host, Al. I got Fiesta on my left. I got Powder at the bottom. I don't know how this is going to look on YouTube, but hopefully it looks that way. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Get over it. Guys, how are you? We'll start with Fee this time. Fee, how are you?
I'm good. Had a good weekend. Thanks for the birthday wishes, guys.
Happy late birthday to our excellent co-host, Tom Sathan-Facette, a.k.a. Fiesta. Who
got a haircut, as you can see.
Yep, he's got a fresh cut, but Nick Quaglia still doesn't know yet, so that's on him. Yeah. Powder, what's up?
Nothing, just living life. Right before this, I was playing Pokemon on my GameCube, just a little throwback. And yeah.
Time out for a second. You're living life. What are you, a philosopher? Number one, you're just living your life. Number two, that's kind of cool that you did the Pokemon on GameCube. That's old school right there.
Yeah.
I mean, he said he's a philosopher. His last name is Cadmus, so that's kind of like...
Yeah, that's true. No, that I missed that. That was right over. That big brain plays. By the way, Fiesta, should we bully Powder? I mean, get Powder into streaming? Streaming some Mario Baseball or like MLB The Show? I mean, just a thought, Powder. Just a thought. We can talk about that, though.
Yep.
AKA bully. Just kidding.
Maybe. Just maybe. But... we have a lot to talk about tonight. Actually, we really don't have that much. We got the Patriots, big blowout win. We'll talk about it. We're going to preview Thursday Night Football, Pats at Rams. A little bit of Red Sox tidbit. But boy, do I have to go on a rant. I am beyond just, I shouldn't even say miffed. I'm just beyond like tired. Like I don't even know how I'm here right now. So as many of you know, and I'll say it again, I'll probably say it about 1,000 more times in the future. I'm a teacher. I teach 3rd through 8th grade, various subjects, various levels. Believe me, I still can't believe it either. I go through my day, like 5 straight classes, just boom, 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 boom. One after the other, after the other, after the other. And then you got to do like recess duty. And then you got to do, things in the afternoon. But then no. Like heaven forbid, I get to come home, relax. Then we got parent-teacher conferences, 2.5 hours of that. And then I'm running on fumes. Then I'm scarfing down a dinner. I just scarfed down a steak, a baked potato, and some garlic asparagus or whatever it is to have some vegetables in me. So I'm tired. I'm cranky. I just want to talk sports. I'm tired. But in all seriousness, I do love my job. It is great. It's little things like this that, you have to do what you have to do. So if any of my employers hear this, I love my job. So just remember that. Fast forward to this part. Okay. I'm done ranting. I'm ready to just get into sports because I need it. Let's talk about the Patriots because, guys, I don't know about the two of you, but this was the first Sunday in the 2020 season for the Patriots from beginning to finish that I thoroughly enjoyed watching Patriots football. The New England Patriots were 5-6 coming into this game against the Los Angeles Chargers. We said it. It had a weird type of vibe to it. Like we were thinking it was going to be a close game. But guess what? It wasn't even close. And you want to know how not even close it was? Well, guess what? You're going to have to wait a second because before we get into everything Patriots related, boys, do you know what it's time for?
A roll call?
Don't sound so enthused, Powder. Like, golly, you want me to do it, and then you're just like, oh, the roll call. Like, have some enthusiasm. You know what? You don't get your point tonight. That you don't get that.
Well, I trump because I write the itinerary. Powder,
You don't get anything for that. Give me a break.
Yeah. No.
Anyways,
I overrule.
roll call.
I
No, you do
overrule.
not get to overrule. No, that's not how this works.
Yes, it does.
Hey,
Yes, it does. Right, Powder?
Yeah.
No,
2-1.
not gonna happen.
Democracy.
Dictatorship. Roll call. Here we go. The James Harden. The James Harden saga continues as the superstar guard. See, that's how tired I am. I don't even know what position James Harden plays. Has yet to report to Rockets training camp. This was reported today as we're recording on Tuesday, December 8th. But supposedly Harden still wants to be traded. Like we talked about a few weeks ago, there were rumors that he was going to go to the Nets and then maybe the Celtics were in on him, but now he's still in Houston and we don't know what's going to happen next. The NHL and the NHLPA have tentatively agreed to either a 52-game or 56-game season that will begin on January 13th. So for all the hockey nuts out there, and especially all the hockey crazy people we have on our website, you're welcome. You have something to talk about. Your season's going to be there. May not be a full 82-game slate, but you're getting some hockey, so be grateful. And finally, the Jets continue to just be the Jets. So they fired somebody, but it wasn't Adam Gase. It was defensive coordinator Greg Williams after the Jets had an embarrassing loss to the Raiders on Sunday, 31-28. Now, I know what you might be thinking. How is losing by 3 embarrassing? They were up 4 with less than a minute left, and all they have to do is just tell all their guys, go to the goal line and make sure nobody crosses from the Raiders. What does Greg Williams do? He blitzes like 7 guys.
It was 8.
And was it 8? Was it actually 8?
Yeah, it's 8.
So even worse, 8 guys, and Derek Carr just floats one up there.
I want to correct myself. It was 7, and then they had a spy for Derek Carr.
And a spy. Okay, so 7 and a spy, 7, 8, whatever. They rush 7 or 8, and then Derek Carr just floats one up, Hail Mary, and then when the ball's in the air, I'm like, we know how this is going to end. Touchdown. Raiders win 31-28. The Jets are 0-12, but we're not going to talk about that pathetic excuse for a franchise.
I mean, they did impact us a little bit.
They did, but they're still pathetic. They're 0-12. They're pathetic. Can you just agree with me that they're pathetic?
No, yeah, they are pathetic.
Thank you. That's all I wanted. Thank you. Okay, we're moving on.
I mean, we all agree with you.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
He's really cranky tonight.
He is.
Did I not? Okay, hold on. Did I not say coming into this I was cranky and tired? I did. I
thought you were going to put on a show. You could have been just tired. You don't need to take it out on us.
Oh no,
It's
all love. It's all love. That's all.
I don't really see it. You told Potter that you got to take his point away, so
he knows I wouldn't do that. He knows that. All right.
No, you're cranky.
Moving on, sir. Patriots. Big win, week 13 against the Chargers, a 45-0 shellacking of the Chargers. This was a game that you saw all 3 phases for the most part, especially the special teams. Like, hats off to the special teams. Gunnar Olszewski, if he does not get AFC Special Teams Player of the Week, then that's just a flat-out sham.
What did you just call him?
Gunnar Olszewski.
It's Olszewski.
Whatever. Gunnar Olszewski.
I was like, what the hell?
Gunnar Olszewski, whatever the heck his name is. Brianna, correct me, please.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's get her on right now.
I don't know.
Yeah. Brianna, if you listen to this, I'm sorry. I can barely keep my eyes open, so bear with me. The defense looked really good. Chase Winovich, J.C. Jackson, both with interceptions. The offense was fine for the most part. I mean, they did their job in that game. 45-0 win improves the Patriots record to 6-6. Obviously, like I said earlier, beginning to end, I was so happy about it. It was fun to watch. I'm not 100% in on them still, but it's getting pretty close to getting back to that stage for me. Now, if you guys feel differently, that's fine. I respect the fact that you guys might be more in on this Patriots team now than I am. But it comes down to a situation where I think personally, now this is my thought, I think personally, if you lose to I almost said Raiders. Holy smokes. I need to go to bed after this. If you lose to the Rams on Thursday night, you need to win your last 3 games against the Dolphins, Bills, and Jets, and you need a lot of help. It's going to make it really hard to secure a playoff spot. I think if you win on Thursday night and then go into those 3 games at 7-6, obviously, like, no duh, you have a better shot. But that's enough about what I'm going to say. Fee, I'm going to start with you. 45-0 shellacking of the Chargers. Give us a little inside.
I mean, the thing that I liked was that the defense was very engaged to begin with. I know you mentioned Winovich and J.C. Jackson, but a guy that really stood out was Josh Usyk.
Wait, what'd you say? Uchi?
Usyk. Yeah, Usyk.
Isn't it Uchi?
Uchi.
Is it Powder? Do you know?
I'm not 100% sure.
I'm butchering his name, but anyway.
Okay. Josh, yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was all over the place. And I guess that now he has defensive communication for a rookie. That's a good sign. And he was the fastest guy on the field. He was disrupting everything. So that's a good sign for the future. A lot of the young guys, also just the youth movement. Gunnar had a good game. N'Keal Harry had a touchdown. It was a
wait. Can you say that again?
Gunnar.
No. What you just said.
N'Keal Harry had a touchdown.
Oh, okay. I had to make sure that I wasn't actually dreaming of it. Continue.
And it wasn't like, an open touchdown. He was in tight coverage and he just ripped it out of the air, which was very impressive. So that might be a step forward. You had Damian Harris and Sony Michel having good games. And and the offensive line was pretty good. I mean, they just dominated. They outcoached the Chargers have such bad coaching, and you just saw it from the beginning. When the Patriots scored the first touchdown, it was over. It was over, and it was kind of over at that point. You have a big game on Thursday. A lot of things have to go right in this sense, but you're in the conversation. It did kind of suck this weekend. We talked about the Jets. If the Raiders lost, we'd be having an entirely different conversation. And also, if Deshaun Watson didn't fumble at the 6-yard line, we'd be having a completely different conversation where you might not necessarily need this game. It would be nice, but
right.
This is where it's like one of those where it's like you did your job, but we'll get more into it. But you're starting to see some of the youth pieces start to work together. But also, I'm just going to say this. I don't see how they can't get rid of Stephon Gilmore. He's been back, and he blanketed Keenan Allen, Hopkins, and since he's been back, the defense looks way more engaged. They starting to look like late 2018, early 2019 defense that was able to stop people. They're starting to get a consistent pass rush. That's where I'm more happy about, because the offense can do its job, put a couple of points up, but if the defense can shut down people, that's going to make your job a lot easier.
Yes. And the best part of all is Cam Newton has said, and I quote, "I haven't played my best football yet." So if it's the last 4 games, he plays his best football, that's only another advantage, along with the defense, like you said, Fee. Powder, want to get to you, your overall thoughts on the game, and then we'll move into a little prediction for Thursday night.
Yeah, like both of you said, defense looked awesome. Just seeing them, like you guys said, really engaged. Special teams was awesome to watch. I was actually driving to dinner with my mom when the blocked field goal happened, so I didn't see that, but the punt return was awesome. Just seeing how all 3 phases, it looked like last week I said that was the first game, or 2 weeks ago when they played the Texans. It was the first game I watched that I was like, this is a new Patriots team. It's not as good. You just don't feel the same. This game, you felt like it was old Patriots where they just went down. Like Fiesta said, first drive, scored. You just felt like, okay, game's over. And then special teams looked unbelievable, and defense, like you guys said, looked unbelievable. So it just looked like the old Patriots a little bit. That made me excited to watch them and be like, okay, maybe they can make the playoffs, and maybe this team is building on something for maybe next year.
Oh, I do have one more note that both of you are gonna like. When Cam Newton throws the ball 20 or less, the Patriots are actually 4-1.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what you mean.
4-1, and when he throws 20 more times, he's 2-4.
Right. So the proof is in the pudding.
So not only that, but I think you're probably going to see going forward a lot of running, but play action passes down the field. I think you're going to start seeing more crossing routes
Yep.
And I think because it did work, they did do that a lot on Sunday. There was a lot of crossing routes to N'Keal Harry, Bird, Myers. It just felt like they were just crossing the field. So if that's the bread and butter, that's fine.
And I think we saw it early on too, that the bread and butter of this team was going to be their run game, especially on offense, because you had Sony Michel to start the year. I know he was injured, but coming in, you knew you were going to have Michel back. You knew Damian Harris was going to take a step forward. Cam Newton, you can call play action for, or you can call design runs for him. So yes, it is going to be a run heavy team. And maybe that's the best thing for this team. So I'm with you 100% there. I think you're very much onto something. Moving on though, Patriots have the Rams on Thursday Night Football. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe they're 8-4 right now, if I'm not mistaken. So they're 8-4. To me, this is a game where if the Rams are really going to take a step I don't want to say a step in the right direction because they're 8-4. They're doing really well this year. But to sort of avenge that 2018 Super Bowl loss, because who was the quarterback of that Super Bowl loss? Jared Goff. He's still around. Who's the best, arguably the best, not best defensive tackle, but best defensive player in the NFL? Aaron Donald. He's still on that team. They added a guy like Jalen Ramsey last year. So there are pieces in place for that Rams team. So I don't know how this game's going to go. I think if you can sort of, like Fiesta was saying, sort of have the defense take another step forward and get that running game going, I think you could be fine. But I've been doing this for 3-4 weeks now, and I'm going to keep doing it because it seems to be working. I'm going to go Rams 28, Patriots 17. Because I don't know how this defense is going to work. And guess what? I've been wrong the last 4 weeks, so I'm okay with that. So now I'm just using it as a strategy. I hate it, but I love how much I hate it. Thank you, Big Cat. Okay, anyways, Fiesta, prediction.
I think you're giving the Rams offense way too much credit. They're not that good. They actually have a real big problem. They can't score touchdowns in the red zone. And last week, Goff, you'll see the numbers. Like if you read the box score, he had a good game, but a lot of his passes were under 10 yards. Actually, he threw less yards per average than Cam Newton last week. But they have a huge problem not having long drives, but not ending in touchdowns. So it's similar to you. So they do have a problem putting it in the end zone a lot. They do have a good run defense. That is a little scary, but offensively, they have put up some pretty stinky performances, and they've had some questionable losses, and they've had no shows. Granted, they're 8-4. McVay's a good coach, good strategist, but I don't trust them in this situation. I don't. The key to this game is going to be if the Patriots can hit Goff. That's what they did in the Super Bowl. They have to hit Goff, and I think that's going to be the key. I'm actually going to think this is going to be a very low-scoring game. Just in general, I don't think the Rams, again, their offense is a little overrated. They put up a lot of yards between the 20s, but once you get in there, it's not that good, and it's easier to defend. So I'm going to say the Patriots are going to win this game. They're going to find a way. They've won 4 of the last 5. It feels like there's a rhythm. I'm going to say Patriots 16, Rams 13. Yeah, okay. It's going to be very low scoring. I'm telling you that right now.
Okay, fair enough. But we do basically agree about the amount of points the Patriots are going to score. So we're on the same page there. Yeah, it's going to be, we'll see. Powder.
Yeah, I agree with Fiesta. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it's going to be like the Super Bowl where it's not a lot of touchdowns, maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns total. It's just I think the Patriots defense has looked better and better each week, and I think they're starting to get a rhythm defensively. So I think they're going to cause havoc for Goff again, like they did in the Super Bowl. And the offense, just hopefully they can find a rhythm running the ball, like Fiesta said, a lot of play action to kind of open up some passing lanes for Cam, and then maybe open up the running game by doing that. I think it's going to be, I'll go Patriots 18, Rams 12.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We got some ugly scores in here. All right.
Like I would watch some Rams games. They can't put it in the end zone. They'll go up and down the field, and you'll see like, yeah, they're at the 20, and then you're going to realize, what the hell was that? The perfect example was that Monday night game. They did a trick play at the 3-yard line, the opening drive, and I think they fumbled the football. So they didn't they can't run the football. They have to rely on Goff, and I don't trust Goff either. So it's Jared Goff. Come on.
Powder, why are you throwing me under the bus already before the recording's even over? You son of a gun.
My phone's on the other side of the room. What's going on?
You got to be kidding me. So I'm going to say this before we get into the ad read and before we get into some Red Sox talk. Powder has already tweeted at Brianna Peer and said, you might want to listen to Legends Lingo this week while we're recording right now. Like I said, I'm sorry. I'm human. I didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, man. Man, you're getting buried today.
You know what I'm not sorry about? I'm not sorry at the fact that I have a good stocking stuffer for you all. Are you looking for the ultimate stocking stuffer for this holiday season? Well, look no further because our sponsor, yes, the Legends Lingo podcast is sponsored by Manscaped. Manscaped, they have the tools as Powder is showing right now. He's showing one of their great tools. What is that, the Weed Whacker?
Yes, it is.
Love it. We're going to get into that in a little bit. Manscaped, they have the tools to make you win this year's stocking stuffer or white elephant competition or Yankee swap. Whatever you're participating in this Christmas, you're going to win it. Manscaped is the only brand dedicated to below-the-waist grooming and hygiene products. And by the way, great news. These products, okay, like I have the Weed Whacker too. These bad boys aren't being sold just in the United States. They're being sold across Europe. They're being sold across Canada. And they're being sold across Australia. And I'm sure they're going to continue to be sold worldwide. Few of their products that are primed stocking stuffers this season are as follows. You have the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant. I mean, the name speaks for itself. You have the Crop Reviver, which is the ball toner. It's a spray-on toner that will give your balls a little slice of heaven with their aloe vera and hazel extracts. We have the Crop Cleanser Body Wash, which is a full body wash that you can also use on your hair. I've vouched for it. It's great. Get the body wash. You're going to thank me later. They also have the Crop Mop Wipes. You never know when an opportunity strikes, so you should always be prepared. There's the Foot Duster Foot Deodorant. My feet stink. I know some other people's feet that stink too because they've told me. Nick Qualia on the Couch Guy Sports podcast. This is designed to keep the stankiest feet smelling fresh. There's the Shears 2.0, which is a luxury 4-piece nail kit. The Weed Whacker, like Powder already showed and like I showed, is the nose and ear hair trimmer, which provides proprietary skin-safe technology to get rid of those nasty nose hairs. And let's not forget about the best trimmer for all of your body parts, the Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer, which offers a replaceable ceramic blade with advanced skin-safe technology, which helps reduce grooming accidents. These formulations are all vegan, cruelty-free, dye-free, sulfate-free, and paraben-free. So you know their products are legit. Get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com with the promo code LLP. Whether this is for your partner, your dad, your brother, your friend's dog, whoever you're getting it for, get them something that they will actually use, and it's almost sure to get you a laugh. Get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com with the promo code LLP. Be the ballsiest gift giver this year with our great friends at Manscaped. Final big topic for the night tonight, and then Powder has a point that he was dying to get out. Breaking news. Break that breaking news music out, Liam.
So, Des Bryant has tested positive for COVID-19 minutes before the Ravens and Cowboys have kicked off, according to a variety of ESPN people.
And Des tweeted it too, I think.
And Des tweeted it too. And policy is if there's the contact tracing will qualify those in high-risk contact. Those players will have to be pulled from the game too. So
he's warming up for the game.
Yeah, less than like minutes before kickoff. This is going to be a mess. Cowboys plus 8.5.
Final topic for the night before Powder gets into his point because he's been dying to say this point. Red Sox. There's actually a little bit of a rumor going on. So there is a pitcher out there from the Yomiuri Giants of the Japan League, the NPB. That's the Nippon Professional Baseball League. Is that correct, Powder?
Yeah.
Okay. So surprisingly, the Yomiuri Giants are reportedly considering posting, and they have already posted, obviously, their ace, Tomoyuki Sagano. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get that right, but you don't get Olszewski right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I understand. I do the same thing. He is 31 years old. From what people are saying, he's an elite pitcher. He's 150 in his career, 2.35 ERA, 1.04 whip. He also has won the Central League MVP in 2014, 2 E.G. Sawamura awards, which is the NPB equivalent of the Cy Young in 2017, 2018. And he had a pitching triple crown, which led the league in wins, ERA, and strikeouts in 2018. He has 3 gold gloves. So this guy, he's a stud. He's just a straight up stud in the NPB. Red Sox are expected to be interested. My response, if the guy's good, go get him. Like Fia said before, and like I agree with, you're the Red Sox. You have money. You can go get him. Just if it's going to really improve your pitching staff, because it can't get much worse. If it's going to improve it, I say go do it. I don't know much more than what I just read, so you know what? I can't give an accurate depiction of how I think he's going to do. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to kick it to our 2 other guys. I'm going to start with Fee, then I'm going to go to Powder. Fee, any thoughts at all on this?
Just to add more on the scouting report, he could top off at 95 miles an hour, and he has great off-speed stuff. Actually, it's a very electric stuff. He is 31, so it depends on what type of contract you want to give him, but I think it's probably going to be more of a 4-year deal, just judging by everything. And if they want to go based off, like, say, the Tanaka deal that when he signed with the Yankees, but it's cut off 3 years, that's like 4 and 88 or 5 and whatever. And I think that's fine. I mean, apparently he's the second tier off of Bauer. So if you scoop him up, I mean, you have a pretty decent pitcher who apparently, according to the reports, is ready to work. Is going to be a workaholic. I mean, I appreciate that coming into Boston, trying to win. There will be unknowns. I mean, some pitchers have been successful, some pitchers haven't. But I mean, why not? It's money.
Exactly. Why not? All right, Powder, you're our award-winning MLB analyst on this show, so give us the facts.
So, kind of like Fiesta said, you never know what comes from a Japanese pitcher. Pretty sure the Japanese league is the second best behind the MLB, but still, like, you sometimes see pitchers come over from Japan. They struggle, but you also have Tanaka has been very consistent and I think a very good, like, 2-3 pitcher for the Yankees. I think if you can get, however you say his name, to be like a 3 for us behind Sale and Eddie Erod, I think that would be a very good add to the team. I think he would be a good pitcher. It just hopefully translates well into the majors. But if he can be anything like Tanaka, and I think his stuff might be a little better than Tanaka, then he'll be a huge upgrade to the Red Sox rotation.
Okay. So there you have it. Red Sox getting into mud a little bit. Hopefully we'll be getting some more Red Sox news. So that way we can talk about it on here. Maybe
there's a couple other rumors the Red Sox are into.
Go for it.
So from a lot of reports I've seen, the Phillies owner, John Middleton, is just complaining that he's bankrupt. He lost $2 billion this year, but yet the Royals, who never spend money in the offseason, just signed Carlos Santana. So I don't get how the Phillies are broke. But their big star, Bryce Harper, who just signed a lap before 2019, a 13-year, $330 million deal with with a no trade clause. Absolutely, he could not be traded unless he gives permission. He, from a lot of rumors I've heard, is he wants out because this is a slap in the face. The Phillies promise him we will spend, and win you and help you win a World Series here in Philly. And now the Phillies are crying they're broke and they have no money. So I think over the next year you might see a lot of Phillies leave, or players don't go to Philly. And I think Bryce Harper might want to be out. And I think the Red Sox do have the tools to go get Bryce Harper. They would ask for a lot, but I think getting someone like Bryce Harper, when I think it was the 24 hours after Bryce Harper signed, the Phillies sold 100,000 tickets immediately after. Any team that gets him, even though it's controversial, whoever signs him, that team will make a lot of money. So go out, maybe trade for a Bryce Harper. I know it might take a lot, but
All right. Go ahead.
Oh, I see your point, Powder. Actually, I think it's going to be more. I've heard the same stuff. I don't think it's going to cost that much. I think it's going to be similar to the Garden Stanton trade, because I'm assuming no team, even as rich as the Red Sox, are going to take that contract full on. They're going to say no, cut, and I think that has to happen. I mean, it happened with Stanton for the most part, and that's the Yankees. And the Yankees take on any big contract.
yeah.
So, I mean, would you want Bryce Harper? I mean, that's a question. I mean, he's good, but he puts people in the seats, but he is a little overrated. So he's good, but I mean, I can't complain. The guy hits 30 and 100. So, I mean, I really can't, but it's like, do you really, unless the Phillies want to eat some of that contract,
I agree.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't feel comfortable taking on the years. I don't care about the years, it's the money. Yeah, I go.
Yeah.
I have additional breaking news about the Ravens situation. According to Tom Pelissero, please tell me you didn't read it, because if you did read it, then I'm just going to quit.
Oh, we broke breaking news. You can tell.
All right. All other Ravens players tested negative for COVID, and no high risk close contacts were identified, source said. So no Des Bryant, but game on his schedules, no other players impacted.
Des also tweeted this. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it quits for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I ain't dealing with this. That's kind of a shame. He's really put a lot of effort in coming back. So it kind of sucks.
It does, but oh well, what are you going to do? Powder, do you want to make your point?
Yeah, I'll do it real quick. I know I kind of alluded to it in my blog I wrote today that I had a rant I want to go on. So from every rumor I've seen, there will not be a universal DH come 2021. And hand up, I'll be one of the first to admit I thought universal DH was going to be stupid. I thought there was a lot of strategy that went to National League with pitchers hitting. Watching 2020 baseball, because they put universal DH because of COVID, I liked it. I just think it made every lineup longer, especially in the National League, gave more guys opportunities because now there's another hitter in the league. It's safer. Pitchers don't get injured. How many times have we seen a pitcher jog down the line after hitting a weak ground ball and they tear a hamstring, or something happens to the pitcher because of base running? I just think it helped MLB, I think. And then also the other side of it, I know my girlfriend was asking me in my blog, like, what my rant is. I kind of told her before this. It also puts more people in the seats. The casual baseball fan likes more runs. How do you create more runs? Have another guy who's a paid professional hitter in the lineup, not a pitcher who is paid to pitch and not hit. You're going to score more runs if you're able to put a guy who can hit 20, 30 home runs in a lineup, extra guy who does that. So I think this is hurting the game. It's also it's also hurting players, because national teams need to know this information, because if there is a DH, they can go sign an extra guy that normally they would not have a spot, but now, they have a spot because they have a DH. So I just think this is a huge swing and miss, pun intended, for the MLB with not having universal DH. I know it probably has something to do with the CBA and stuff like that. I think the next CBA, there will be universal DH throughout all of MLB. But I think they could easily just implement. I don't think anybody's going to be against it. So I just think it's a bad thing for MLB.
Bravo, King. Bravo. You went on your rant. A+ rant.
Thank you.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Final words before we head out for the night, gentlemen.
Just be ready for episode 100. Like we keep saying, gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a real good episode.
I think so too. Fee?
I got nothing else.
All right. Patriots play a big game on Thursday night. Red Sox are in the mix a little bit. Celtics start up in about 2 weeks, so that's going to be fun. As always, again, check out everything, couchguysports.com. Go check out the shop, couchguysportsshop.com. Go buy something. Perfect time to get something. Sweatpants, sweatshirts, short sleeve shirts, trucker hats. They have everything. Go check it out. Go buy something. Check out all the blogs. Check out everything that goes on. Manscaped, 20% off and free shipping with our promo code LLP. If nothing else, we got powder. We got Fiesta. I'm your host, Al. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching episode episode 98. We'll see you next week for episode 99.
Yes, sir.